So today's in Sue's Food Corner, I'll be sharing a very special recipe, a recipe that is dedicated to celebration of a 3-day festival of Raja in the eastern state of Orissa, celebrating the essence of womanhood. And this pitha is made in each and every household. Great taste, lovely flavor with coconut and jaggery stuffing. Stay tuned for this lovely recipe of poda pitha. Hey guys, I am Subhankari and I welcome to my channel Sue's Food Corner. I hope you all are doing great in your lives, and if you are new to my page, do subscribe to my page. Do not forget to tap the bell button, and thank you all for loving my channel so much and liking my videos so much. So let's begin with this lovely recipe of poda pitha. So here first I have taken a bowl. I have taken here white gram or urad dal or biri dal it's called. 1 cup I have taken. So I need to wash this 1 to 2 times and then I'll soak it for around 6 hours. So basically, as it's a rice and lentil fermented cake, so this is done. Now at the same time I have taken 1.5 cups of rice. You can take the normal rice used for idli rice, and then I have washed it, and again this also I will soak for 6 hours. So here I have washed it 2 to 3 times and now I will soak it for around 6 hours. So after 6 hours I have first grinded the rice using little water. We don't want a very thin or watery batter here. So this is the rice paste, and here I have also grinded the dal or urad dal paste. You can see it has a thick consistency. Now I will mix both these ingredients. Make sure you mix it for around 10 minutes because the more we mix, the more air it will inculcate, and that will help to ferment it better. And once I have mixed it for 10 minutes, I'll just leave it for 8 hours or overnight so that it can be nicely fermented. And actually this will increase in size, almost double in size, and you can see the consistency. This should be the consistency. It should not be too thin or too thick. So this goes in a warm place. You can just cover it nicely and then leave it for overnight. In winter days it can take more time, but in summer days it will ferment overnight. And see, after I had kept it for overnight, and then this is how the batter looks and how beautiful it has fermented. You can see it has almost risen to double and lovely bubbles you can see. So the more nicely it's fermented, the more soft this rice cake would be and more nice flavor it would have. So this is what I was talking about, a beautiful fermented rice and lentil cake, very traditional and very classical in taste. And as we know, fermented foods are very good for our gut. So our ancestors had designed all these recipes to give us a healthy lifestyle, and these have all the basic raw ingredients: rice, lentils, coconut, jaggery. Everything is very good for health. So these recipes were made in those times and have very special value. So our batter is ready. Meanwhile, we will prepare the stuffing. I have taken here gur or jaggery around 1 cup, heated a pan on medium flame, added around 1 tablespoon of water so that this jaggery melts. Very nice combination with jaggery and coconut. So once the jaggery starts to melt, here I have used jaggery powder. You can use the normal palm sugar also. And here I have taken fresh grated coconut, around half a coconut or 1 cup of fresh grated coconut. This goes in this jaggery mixture. And cottage cheese or chena I have taken here 200 grams. This is my homemade chena. I had just curdled around 1 liter of milk using lemon juice, and once it starts to curdle, I have strained it. This goes inside it. Give it a mix and just stir it for around 2 to 3 minutes till it starts to dry up. And then I have added some chopped dry fruits, cardamom powder half teaspoon, black pepper powder 1 teaspoon goes inside this mixture. Everything goes well. Now I'll switch off the flame. This mixture has almost dried up. So this stuffing is ready. And then in the batter I'll mix few ingredients: 2 bay leaves, grated ginger half an inch, cardamom powder half teaspoon, black pepper powder half teaspoon, salt to taste, and fresh grated coconut 5 to 6 tablespoon goes in. Give everything a nice mix. This gives a very nice flavor to this batter. And after mixing it nicely, I'll add jaggery to sweeten it. Again, it depends upon your taste. And as I said, this is a traditional recipe made in this 3 days of Raja festival. So it has a very special value. So after mixing all the ingredients, I have added around half a cup of jaggery or gur again. You can also add the gur powder. Now give everything a mix, and this will give the sweet flavor to this batter. And now my batter is ready. And the stuffing is also done. You can also always prepare the stuffing earlier also. So everything is set. Now I have taken a non-stick pan here. In this I will bake my pitha or rice cake. First I will brush around 1 to 2 tablespoons of clarified butter very nicely along the sides, so that a nice coating comes. And now first I will put around 3 to 4 ladle full of batter for the first layer, and some stuffing I will spread uniformly. You can also add some chopped dry fruits here, and again some batter on the top of it. Carefully I will spread, and again I will add some stuffing. Actually you can add other single layer also, but I have made 2 to 3 layers. Some dry fruits goes in, some cashews, some raisins goes in, and lastly I will add some more batter. Just tap a little bit so that it can spread uniformly, and on the top of it some more stuffing, and again some dry fruits. And this is looking so lovely. Imagine the rice cake, it will so nicely rise up. I'll just show you. So this is it, and lastly I'll add 1 tablespoon of clarified butter. This will just double the flavor and aroma. And now my cake is ready to be baked. So I have placed it at the lowest heat, put the cover on, and let it bake in lowest flame for around 25 to 30 minutes, depends upon the size of your pan and your rice cake. You can see, check after 20-25 minutes, and for me it took around 25 to 30 minutes, and this rice cake has risen, and how beautiful it has baked. I'll just insert a knife and show you. Yes, it's done. It's completely cleared. Actually the name is Podo Pitha. That means this rice cake is nicely baked and it has a nice caramelized color. Leave it till it cools down, and then I'll show you. This is the crust I was talking about. It has a nice and lovely crust, and now I'll just flip it, and you can see how beautiful crust has formed. Traditionally these rice cakes were baked in the wood fire clay, like chula we call, and overnight it would be baked, so that would give that lovely crust. But as we are making in the gas stove, so minimum flame would do the work, and I have cut one piece and I can show you how beautiful it has baked. That crust defines this pitha, and it is super soft. So try out this recipe. Fermented food at its best, and these rice cakes and all the traditions just makes us feel more lively. So just try this beautiful lovely rice cake to celebrate the festival of Raja from the state of Orissa. And now it's time for the comment of the day. Today's comment of the day is from Mayuresh Maharana. He writes, your camera angle is very delicious. I almost ate that roll. Thank you so much, Mayuresh. Actually, I had found this comment to be so funny. He is actually commenting on the recipe of my egg chicken roll, and I'm glad you almost ate the roll from my camera. So and I hope you really would try this recipe. So, and if you have liked today's recipe, give it a try. Lovely traditional classical recipe from the state of Orissa. As I said, beautiful 3 days to celebrate the essence of womanhood, baked rice cake called as Podo Pitha. And if you have liked the video, do give a thumbs up, share with your family and friends, and not forget to subscribe to my page. See you in next video. Till then, stay safe, love life, and happy fooding.